Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni has been a vocal critic of French policies in Africa. She argues that these policies are neo-colonial and exploitative. Meloni believes that France continues to exert undue influence in its former colonies. This, she says, hinders their economic development. Her stance has resonated with many who view France's presence in Africa with suspicion. While Meloni has not explicitly endorsed Burkina Faso's leader, Ibrahim Traore, her criticism of France aligns with his actions. Traoré has taken a strong stance against French influence in Burkina Faso. Meloni's criticisms have sparked debate about France's role in Africa. Some view her comments as a long-overdue challenge to French hegemony. Others see them as an attempt to advance Italian interests in the region. Regardless, Meloni's stance has brought the issue of neo-colonialism back into the spotlight. It has also indirectly bolstered the position of leaders like Traoré. These leaders are challenging the status quo and seeking to chart their own course. Meloni's comments come at a time of growing anti-French sentiment in parts of Africa. This sentiment is fueled by a perception that France is more interested in exploiting African resources than in supporting its development. Traoré has tapped into this sentiment. He has rallied support by portraying himself as a defender of Burkina Faso's sovereignty against foreign interference. His expulsion of French troops and media has been met with popular acclaim within Burkina Faso. The situation in Burkina Faso is complex. It's important to note that while Meloni's criticisms of French neo-colonialism have resonated with some, there are other perspectives to consider. Some argue that France's presence in Africa is necessary to combat terrorism and maintain stability. Others point to the economic benefits that French investment brings to the region. However, it is clear that Meloni's comments have added fuel to the fire of the debate surrounding France's role in Africa. Since seizing power in September 2022, Ibrahim Traore has implemented sweeping changes in Burkina Faso. One of his first moves was to expel French troops and media. He also banned the export of unrefined gold, aiming to keep more of the country's wealth within its borders. Traoré has prioritized infrastructure development. Notable projects include the construction of the Ouagadougou-Donson Airport and new hospitals. Education is another key focus of Traoré's government. He has implemented free education initiatives and overseen the establishment of new science high schools. Recognizing the importance of a motivated workforce, Traoré has increased civil servant salaries by 50%. To fund these initiatives, he has reduced ministerial and parliamentary salaries by 30%. These actions have been well received by the public, who see them as evidence of Traoré's commitment to improving their lives. Under Traoré's leadership, Burkina Faso has experienced significant economic growth. The country's GDP has surged from $18.8 billion in 2022 to an estimated $22.1 billion in 2024, representing a growth rate of approximately 17.5%. This economic progress, coupled with Traoré's social reforms, has solidified his popularity among many segments of the population. While challenges remain, particularly in the realm of security, Traoré's efforts to transform Burkina Faso have garnered both domestic and international attention. Traoré's leadership represents a departure from the past. His focus on self-reliance and Pan-Africanism resonates with those who are calling for a new era in African politics. However, his close ties with Russia have raised concerns in some quarters. Critics worry that Traoré is replacing one form of dependency with another. Only time will tell how Traoré's leadership will ultimately shape the future of Burkina Faso. Ibrahim Traoré enjoys widespread popular support within Burkina Faso. Massive rallies were held in Ouagadougou, Bobo-Dioulasso and Boromo on April 30, 2025, demonstrating solidarity with Traoré's leadership. These demonstrations were particularly significant as they followed a foiled coup attempt on April 21, 2025. The outpouring of support sent a clear message that any attempt to undermine Traoré's government would be met with resistance from the people. The support for Traoré extends far beyond Burkina Faso's borders. Demonstrations in support of his leadership have taken place globally, including in cities like New York, Vienna, Paris, Kingston, and Johannesburg. The global Black community in particular has expressed solidarity with Traoré's Pan-Africanist vision and his efforts to dismantle the remnants of colonialism in Africa. This international support highlights the resonance of Traoré's message and his appeal as a symbol of African resistance against neo-colonialism. The rallies and demonstrations are a testament to Traoré's popularity and the public's belief in his leadership. People are drawn to his decisive action, his commitment to improving their lives, and his bold stance against foreign interference. The global nature of the support he receives underscores the broader appeal of his Pan-Africanist message. However, it is also important to acknowledge that Traoré's leadership is not without its critics. Some view his close ties with Russia with suspicion, fearing that he is exchanging one form of dependence for another. Others question the long-term viability of his economic policies and his ability to address the security challenges facing Burkina Faso. Despite these criticisms, there is no denying the groundswell of support that Traoré enjoys both domestically and internationally. Burkina Faso's geopolitical landscape has shifted dramatically under Traoré's leadership. The country withdrew from the Economic Community of West African States, or ECOWAS, in early 2025. This move was made in conjunction with Niger and Mali. The three nations accused ECOWAS of being a puppet of France, more interested in protecting French interests than in promoting regional integration. They subsequently formed the Alliance of Sahel States, or AES. This new bloc aims to foster closer cooperation on economic, political, and security matters among its members. Furthermore, Burkina Faso under Traoré has strengthened its ties with Russia. This has led to speculation that Russia is filling the void left by France. Burkina Faso's growing relationship with Russia is multifaceted. It includes military cooperation, economic partnerships, and diplomatic engagement. This rapprochement reflects Traoré's desire to diversify Burkina Faso's foreign relations and reduce its reliance on traditional Western partners. The geopolitical implications of these shifts are significant. Burkina Faso's withdrawal from ECOWAS and its growing relationship with Russia signal a changing dynamic in West Africa. The emergence of the AES as a counterweight to ECOWAS could reshape regional alliances and power dynamics. The international community is closely watching these developments, as they have the potential to impact security, stability, and development in the Sahel region. Finally, it is important to address a false narrative circulating online. It has been falsely claimed that Traoré declined an invitation to attend Donald Trump's inauguration on January 20, 2024. This claim is demonstrably false, as no African heads of state were invited to the event. This misinformation highlights the importance of verifying information, especially in the age of social media, where false narratives can spread.